Hello to all my friends out there. How you guys? Hello. I hope everyone is doing okay. Okay. I just learned this meal and I really like it. I had it for dinner last night, so I wanted to show you guys. This video is how to make sure you have food when the recession hits and when inflation spikes. So what I have here is a 1/4 pound hamburger, and then I had half a 1/4 pound because last night I was really hungry. This was the greatest meal ever. I learned it on the bodybuilding channels. So it's 1/4 pound hamburger and 1/2 of a 1/4 pound hamburger fried. So if any of you have ever been on diets, it's not sustainable when you hate the food. That can happen. So a healthy lifestyle does not have to cost a lot of money. So what you can do is you can stockpile, which I do. My butter is frozen. Okay, I want to move my meat over. And I just want to melt this. I have about a 1/2 tablespoon of butter. The babies are saying hi. I'll be right back. I forgot something important. You can stockpile food, but you can also buy perishable food marked down. So we have the hamburger on this side, and now I have 1 egg. So this is so great because that was a big hassle eating 3 egg whites. Some of them eat 3 egg whites and 2 regular eggs, which if you're working out a lot, okay, I have some pepper. If you're working out a lot, yeah, that would be good. And then if you shop, all right, so I just want to scramble my egg. Okay, one of the bodybuilders said when you start eating this way, you want to get new Teflon pans because that is just so irritating when your food is sticking. But I have had these new pans. It's like I hate to change my bed and I hate to change my pans. So, okay, stockpile food and buy perishable food marked down. Like meat. So this morning I went to Ralph's. Okay, if you go early and you go late, and I bought these 2 salmon burgers marked down for $2.25, so half price. And then I bought 1 pound ground turkey burger, and whatever the price was, I think it was $3.99, so I got this for $2.99. So I cut that in 4 pieces, and then I have the turkey, 1 salmon patty, salmon burger, and so that is 6 meals there. So it's about 3, 4, 5, but maybe about $1. So okay, so now I want to mix this. So I was evaluating, why does this work? I've tried those scrambled meals before and I hate them. Well, I think the reason they're working is because I have a carb, which is rice. I have hamburger a lot, so I'll be full. And the egg is dairy. Okay, if you were doing turkey burger, you could add chives and cream cheese, about 1/2 ounce. And I will do that one pretty soon. So I was busy today. I got up and I was attending to my backyard because I wanted to make sure, I was reading on the rat poison, make sure the rats have no food source. So you want to eliminate everything that could be likable to a rat, which is, I've never had them. I think that I got them. My neighbor moved out. My neighbor didn't move out. She died. Oh, this rice looks good. I got to tell you what happened this morning when I was doing the markdown shopping. So, okay. I thought I'm going to eat my good rice. Look at this rice. This isn't just any old rice. So I got up early, so I was doing my yard. It was a little bit time consuming, but that is okay. I got all the debris, anything that was unnecessary, and now I just want to put my hamburger, and this is going to be a nice big, and if you shop and get your hamburger for $1, and then I have Walmart salsa. I buy it for $1.30, and I just want to put the salsa on top of my rice bowl. I made so many rice bowls and I've hated them all. But you can make these in advance, but they're not too much work, so you can season your hamburger any way you want. If there's some left over, it's good left over. So here we have it. This is so good, you guys. So, okay, so I had to fix my backyard up. I had fertilizer, I had rat poison, I had plant food, I had a bunch of garden supplies for a garden that has yielded me no food. But and I sprinkled 7 dust on my stuff. I didn't want to resort to that, but the pests were just too brutal. So I did this after a long night of no sleep. Finally, I knew I had the insomnia, and I thought maybe you can get yourself tired enough to sleep. Oh, I did the next day. And then, okay, I made myself some tea. I am not paid $3.23 for tea. It's not happening. That's not fair. Okay, charge me a lot. Okay, I buy this tea for 1 penny per bag at Dollar Tree, and I stockpiled up on some unsweetened tea, on some tea from Walmart. It has been reported that there wasn't any tea, and I wanted to make sure that I had tea. This is just tasty. It's a complete meal. You have your carb, you have your meat, you have your dairy, and you have some salsa for like a vegetable. And you can get by on this, and so the meat is $1, an egg is about $1.25, and the rice is not too expensive. Here we have it. Maybe some of you have been buying expensive rice bowls. So I have the oatmeal meal that I like, but what I like about it is it's more milk than oatmeal. I do not like those globby blobs of oatmeal, but if I mix them up kind of like a smoothie and I put sugar in them, and then I have hot dogs, I just boil them with, I don't put these together, I eat ketchup on my hot dogs. That's kind of like the salsa. And then I have rice with milk and sugar. That's my other good meal, and I'm going to be coming up with more of them. So, okay, so your food storage, and I'm going to go into that in a minute. And now, if you're looking for markdowns, because like this morning there was markdowns and I got the 2 meats, but what I thought, maybe you should take some look for some rice. Well, I went and this $10 bag of rice was $5. So I thought, I am going to buy this because $5 lasts me a long time because there's only one of me. And then I have the potatoes and the sweet potatoes that I buy in the markdown bags. And here is the markdown fruit. Okay, so I go around to the produce. I look at the salads. Is there anything marked down? I walk, and there's the first markdown bin where I get the produce. So you want to shop rather frequently at places that have markdowns, like Ralph's, like Walmart, like Smart and Final. I get good deals at Dollar Tree. And then, so today all I got, you just want to get, if they have a lot of stuff, buy more. But if they don't have that a lot, just buy something nice that they do have, because you know you're going to have to eat dinner. Okay, so I go to the produce, then I go down to the lunch meats, then I go to the yogurt, and I've been buying a lot of markdown dairy at Ralph's. Then there's another markdown bin that has like bakery goods and like pans marked down, and then I check out the meat. Sometimes I do dollar shopping at Ralph's. Sometimes I do a $10 shopping at Ralph's. So that is how I locate them. So I had garlic powder, onion, and pepper and salt on my meat. Then today I made some peanut butter. This one turned out really, really good. I think this is 16 ounces. Yeah, this would be 2 cups. If it was full, it looks like about 1.5 cups of peanut butter. Okay, what is in this peanut butter is peanuts. Also, no wasting. We'll get into that in a minute. Oh. So, no wasting. See, I eat every little bit of everything. That's enough for a couple crackers. All right. So, what I did was I have a little cookie sheet. I'll show it to you. I have junk on here. This is the cookie sheet with the junk on it. So what I am doing is I am going through my cupboard, and this is a huge hassle. And I am looking for half-eaten bags. Okay, I have never bought these before, but I changed my mind because I don't want any dust on my food that's been opened. I don't want any crumbs to attract any vermin. And so what I had in my half-eaten packages was, this is dry fruit. So by doing this, I know I have plenty of dry fruit, plenty, for a person who eats almost no food. So no fruit, none. I'm not a fruit eater. And then I located. So I did is I went through all these bags of fruit. Dry fruit, and I took all the peanuts out, and I took all the raisins out because I eat that in my oatmeal. And so what I discovered is I don't really care for the nuts in my oatmeal. So, and then here is a bag of nuts. So I want to eat these. So I didn't have quite a full cookie sheet full of nuts. So I had some Brazil nuts in here. So I put some of those, and I had some almonds and other nuts from this fruit. And then I had some salt and some rice. So this rice was 2 pounds from Dollar Tree. It's not as good as the $10 rice, but it's plenty good if you're broke. It's no time to be a food snob. And then I have some beans that I need to cook. So those are what I'm doing in my cabinets. So all I did with the peanut butter is I roasted the nuts on one side at 250 for 10 minutes, then I turned them at 250, and this time I just kept pulsing and pulsing and pulsing until it resulted in some really nice peanut butter. And we'll get into the peanut butter. The peanut butter is also a bodybuilder food. So I know what's in my peanut butter, nothing, just peanuts. So it has been reported that there's a tea shortage. Okay, we still have tea here, but I thought I'm gonna get some tea. I got some Dollar Tree tea, but I want to mention here is the Great Value tea, and I put it in a bag so nothing happens to my tea. These will go in the freezer. And then I have these on the floor, but I don't keep any food on the floor, none. This is just some various food that I eat all the time that I'm carefully putting in the big baggies before they go back in my cupboard. Normally I would keep a lot of that stuff in my freezer, but I don't have enough room. So, okay, tea shortages. I would just buy tea. I have, how many boxes is in that Walmart tea? I mean bags. Okay, 100. I have 500 boxes. How many bags? When I make 4 cups of tea, I usually use 2 if it's black tea. Now this is something else. Okay, if I am making 4 cups of tea out of 2 tea bags at $2.50, and here it is, why is the tea dilute? It's like, what are you trying to do? Lose all your business? Not all McDonald's who did that has been doing that for a long time. I expected that, but I didn't expect it that bad. Okay, so tea shortages, rice shortages, so maybe stockpile. Right now, if you have enough money, stockpile up some decent quality food so that if you ever have to eat it, it's so much more pleasant. Also, they're saying watch a cola, chocolate, and coffee. Okay, in my mind, the best chocolate for the $1 is Aldi's chocolate. They're saying that some of the chocolate companies will double the price of chocolate right before Christmas, of course. Okay, so now let's say if you buy you buy reduced meat, it's half price. So just either cook it right away or freeze it. So what I am going to be doing is I am going to be getting a pressure canner, and I am going to go through my freezer, and I am going to pressure can all of my meat, just with meat and salt. That's it. And they say you can fit a pound of meat. Instead of buying these cans that taste awful, if you have a lot of meat in your freezer, free up space in your freezer. So I heard a good tip, and it said if you are going to can, start out with nice new jars. And I thought, yeah, that makes sense, because I can't easily find the jars I need in the thrift store. So you just cut your meat in pieces, you put salt in there, you wipe the rim with vinegar, you put the top seal on, and you pressure can for 90 minutes. You'll get better at it as you go. All right. Now I want to talk about these people that I try to help. All right. When they get their money, whether it's welfare or whatever it is, they toss anything and everything in their cart, the grocery cart. And it's usually a lot of junk food and frozen food. And then they go out to eat. They feed their friends. They don't go to the pantry because, you know, they don't like going to the pantry. I didn't find it too bad myself. Also, this thing about you don't deserve to be here. Okay, if you're on some kind of very low income where you can't pay your bills, Annie, you have to go there. So in my mind, this is where I try to help my friend. In my mind, you get your food at the food pantry, then buy whatever you needed. And then what happens is many days they're eating low nourishing food or going hungry. They're borrowing money from their friends, so then they have less money, and they're lending money to their friends and borrowing. It's a very bad thing. There's another thing that I found out trying to help people. Okay, you are not going to be able to think like them if you've never been that way. Like me, I worked all my life. I have known a lot of these people, and I didn't know what's going on. Okay, when they're broke at the end of the month, they're very cooperative. But as soon as that welfare check or whatever it is comes in, not so much. Another thing is, one of my neighbors, I could not believe this guy. I go, you are forgetting that I am the nice lady that let you park in my parking place and used to save all those stupid cans for you. So I see him in, the store, and I say, hey, hi, how are you doing? How is your daughter? Is everything okay? And he says to me, listen, I'm not lending you any money. And I thought, oh my God. So it occurred to me, a lot of this bad behavior comes when they have money. They, in their minds, thinking you're being nice to them so you can get some of their money or something like that. And that is one of the reasons they're in the shape they're in. The only people they know, also, I want to talk about deadbeat boyfriends. When I worked to the salons, they couldn't get to work and they couldn't get home, but on payday, their boyfriends were there. And by Monday, the paycheck was gone. So this is the same way. These are called fair weather friends. These are called deadbeat boyfriends. Not all boyfriends that are broke are deadbeats. You know what I mean. Okay. Today I found better water. Now that was exciting because San Diego County has some of the worst tap water. So the kiosk, you get the water for 50 cents. It used to be 35 cents. So if you double it, you've got 70 cents as opposed to $1. Voila, there is your 30% increase. Okay, now talking about why make your food. This is good. It costs less if you buy your food marked down. You know what's in it, and you can buy quality food. You know whose hands touched it, and a lot of it is storable. Like in this case, the rice is storable. You can store your meat in the freezer. The salsa is storable, but the eggs not so much. But in this case, rather than eating 3 egg whites, resulting in 3 egg yolks left, you're just using 1 egg. So at a maximum, I'd say this costs maybe $2. You're not going to get a rice bowl. And a lot of times, those rice bowls are a lot of meat and like carrots, lettuce. You could make a fantastic chicken rice bowl. I'll be making some of those. So, and a lot of the food is storable. So now if you have a weekly plan, and so if you're not going to the food pantry, go to your stockpile just like it was a food pantry, and you're looking for carbs like rice, potatoes, sweet potatoes, meat. Do you have hamburger, turkey burger, beans? You can mix your beans with your rice, cheese, cream cheese, milk, yogurt, cottage cheese, and nuts. Do you have a vegetable? It can be ketchup and salsa. So you have a vegetable. All right, now let me show you, I did this. So a week is coming up, and Another little box. Now, if you were low on funds, this would be a nice little box to get. Okay, so I need a carb, so I have some spaghetti, and I have some spaghetti sauce. So the pasta would be on the bottom, the meat would be on the top, and the pasta sauce would be, the meat would be in the middle and the pasta sauce would be on the top. I saw the lady bodybuilders, you know, they fry up their meat and then they measure it and they just pour their sauce on the hot, and there's no sugar added, and I got this one marked down. So following the carb, meat, vegetable, and dairy and vegetable. Okay, then if I made chicken, I have some chipotle ranch dressing, so it would be rice, chicken, and chipotle ranch dressing, and then I would mix black beans with my rice. I guess I should do it this way. So those are going to make quite a few rice bowls. Then I put some tuna fish in here, and I bought good yellowfin tuna and mayonnaise, because, you know, so I can have a tuna and mayonnaise sandwich. Then I have a package of Alfredo, so I could put my Alfredo, I could put my tuna, and then I could put some broccoli. I could mix my broccoli in with my Alfredo. Then I have refried beans, so I could have rice, refried beans, and taco meat and cheese. So I'm carb, meat, dairy, and vegetables, salsa. Then I also have some of this Velveeta cheese sauce, so you can put a little bit of that on your rice bowl. And then I want to talk about, okay, today, I was pretty busy today, actually. I didn't get to the gym, but we'll get into that. I thought, okay, if you don't work, you have to exercise. So I decided to go back to work, and I thought you still have to exercise because as you get older, you're going to lose your muscle mass. All right, so I got home. It was pretty late too, like almost 2 o'clock, and I still hadn't had any sleep. And I told my son, the really bad part of it, if you ever do get that kind of insomnia, is you're not tired. That's when you know you've got it bad. I'd be worried sick about myself if I wasn't an insomniac. Okay, so today I got home late, and I had this little thing, and I thought I'll eat it. And I did eat it with some crackers. So that was just what I needed for a little meal. So for this week, I have some, one of these chicken and vegetables. And I save this in case I make soup. You know, I can reheat it. Then another good one is sardines. Make rice, boil it. And then you can eat it with milk and sugar, or rice, milk, and sugar. Or you can make sticky rice with sardines. And then I have some potato soup, and you can put some bacon, and then I have some crackers. So this food is going to help me this week. And so as you learn the stockpile, you're going to, for sure, save money, because you can get by once you get the meat in the freezer. So say if you're one person, if you're a woman, it'd be a 1/4 pound meat. If you're a man, it'd probably be a 1/3 pound. So the meats are hamburger, turkey burger, beans, fish, and hot dogs. The dairy is cheese, cream cheese, milk, yogurt, cottage cheese, and nuts. Okay, I tried the vegetarian salad with nuts and cottage cheese. No, I was miserable. I was so messed up. Between no Coke, I thought we're going to get into that. No Coke and a vegetarian diet, I felt like I would never sleep again. Now, this part, this is what brought this on. Confronted with two evils. Okay, so like in my case, the insomnia is painful when it's like this. This has been going on for a couple weeks. So I thought, okay, it could be the tea aggravating me. I'm not sure what, but I'm trying to cut back now on the Coke. And, you know, it was just getting expensive too with all these other things. So when I quit drinking, a necessary evil would be Diet Coke as opposed to alcohol, or coffee as opposed to alcohol. So think about when you're confronted with two things. That's like two options, neither of which is appealing. What you say is which one is going to be more unpleasant in the future. Which one's better for the future? Okay, think about diet and exercise. So I was so happy when I found these rice bowls, because if your meals are too complicated, they're not going to happen and you're going to start gobbling. That's why they make all their food in advance. But if you don't exercise and you lose your muscle mass, you're just going to become more and more unhealthy. Also, you want to watch your health, because now they're saying old age is nothing but a disease process. And I think this might be how they're going to discover things, and we can live a lot longer. So I'm trying to discover that for myself. So things that are painful and unpleasant now could be better in the future. So you just want to take it one day at a time. Okay, now think about this one. Confronted with two evils. The society we live in. Okay, pick your battles. Don't engage in dangerous places or activity. Today, a man was yanked out of his car by a gang of teenagers in LA. First of all, you know, like these hazing situations, he's driving through the place with his window unrolled. They threw water in the car because they say he tried to, like, they were probably in the bike lane, and they attacked him and also tore up his car. He got out of the car. That's another thing. Okay, is there anything I can do about this? Okay, if Iran attacks Israel, no. Okay, first of all, the Mideastern conflict has been going on since Jimmy Carter. Okay, all we can do is vote. That's a real good thing to do. One thing we can do, if we can, is move to a better area. Like the guy who was attacked by the gang, I don't think you should be driving through that or living near that if you can avoid it. Okay, okay, now, digital world. You might be thinking, I don't like the digital world. I don't like the idea. Okay, like it or not, the digital world is coming. And so one of the things that's coming is the AI phone. I myself am trying to make that thing last until the AI phone comes out. And I've been using the AI apps. They're not expensive and they're darn handy. Okay, we had the agricultural society, then industrial society, then the computer age, and now it's the digital age. So they say one thing about the digital age is it could be very, very good for the economy and the stock market, especially when people start forking out money for the iPhones, AI phones. It was an iPhone, now it's an AI phone. So what I've been doing is doing all kinds of AI art, and my son goes, "You're not doing it right." I go, "Yeah, that's why it's coming out so crappy." But I've also been asking it a bunch of questions, and it knows the answer of every question too. Okay, so the digital world is easy to control. Don't engage with the AI, just turn the phone off. But is that information at a touch? Inflation. Stockpile food, cut expenses and hold cash. Why hold cash? This is where the AI came in. Okay, now think about the recessions. Americans are in debt and the country is in debt. There's job destruction and the entitlements are up. So you might be thinking, what does that even mean? Okay, Medicare 31 trillion, Social Security 64 million, Social Security 65 million, Medicaid 90 million, unemployment 40 million, supplemental nutrition assistance 41 million, supplemental Social Security income for the elder 87%, and unemployment 88 million, and unemployment 14 million. 60 to 70% of Americans receive some benefit. So I looked that up on the AI. And so the AI, so we first had, you know, the computer age, the information age, and now the AI does everything. Like if you want to repair something, you can ask it. If you want some data, you just ask the question. So we want to hold cash because of the recession, and the inflation is not going to end when we have all these entitlements. That's where the government gets taxes. Now the rich people are the ones keeping the stock market going. I guess we all know that. And so the little person still pays the inflation, but you want to hold as much cash as you possibly can. Don't waste. I showed you my peanut butter, and try to grow a garden. That's what I was doing. All right, I want to show you something, and this is to do with the, you know, when I used to work in the low-end shops, people would go, why do you even work there? Well, when I had 3 small streams of income, I worked cash money, and it was easier to get by. And if one salon was slow, the other one wasn't. So what I want to do is sell books. So I sold 2 books, which amounted to nothing really, but somehow I had $45. So I bought 3 books. Okay, Journey into Power. Okay, when I go to the gym, the ladies take the gym class, they take the yoga classes. So I thought that might sell. So now the books don't generally sell, but what happens is someone will buy something out of left field, vegan, bodybuilding, and fitness. Okay, I learned that, you know, the consumption of cola is down, but these sparkling no calorie drinks and sports drinks are up. And then those 2 10, this one 5. But if someone gives me a bid, sometimes I take it. But the other thing I sell, these are 2 really nice Christmas ornaments. These are old. So the original price was $25. So I am selling them for $25. And I will try to sell them, but coming in about November, then, you know, I'm not selling them, I'm keeping them for my Christmas tree. These are really, really nice. Take a look at these. See how pretty? So if you find these weren't that cheap, you can't sell them cheap because I paid $4 each. So that was the collectibles. Okay, I have a good video for you. Aussie Prepper. And he has all kinds of meals we love. I posted the macaroni and cheese. I like the way he makes it. He uses low fat evaporated milk. And then I put my son's granola bar recipe on there. How did he find this recipe? He asked the AI. Of course. How are you supposed to know anything without the AI? Okay, you guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And God bless you all. Bye, you guys. I'm drinking Ralph's soda.